waiting for to determine who is going to be in our final four for the Cup Series, ladies and gentlemen. And yet, we want to welcome you to our coverage of the NASCAR Hennessy Performance Racing Series here on YouTube. And yet, we have a lot in store for you guys. Up in the booth tonight, it is myself, and thankfully, I found me a partner that will join me, and that is a man who's going to be competing for a championship himself this coming Wednesday, and that is Mr. Dalator. Dalator, welcome to the booth, my man. How's it going?
Hey, not bad yourself.
Man, I'm still holding my breath after what we just witnessed in the Xfinity series. Oh man, if you guys have not checked it out yet, the four that will be going to the Xfinity series in there will be Modoodle, the Ghost. It'll be Masopes and Matt Black. That's going to be competing for a championship this coming Thursday night. Now the question is who's going to be competing for a championship for the Cup Series Thursday night as well. That is what we're about to determine. And yet, I was telling Daltor right before we went on the air the situation that is happening. And yet, speaking of the situation, let's go ahead and let's tell you guys what's happening in the Cup Series. So yet, after what happened last Thursday, Nobes is going to the championship for on Thursday after an incredible win at Auto Club. And so yet, it is now the Heredia God, Brody, and outside of the cutoff line by 4 points, it is Riley and Captain Jack. So yet, we can go ahead and confirm that since the Heredia God is starting, that the Heredia God is going to go is immediately move on to the Final Four, leaving just one more spot left. Dalator, what are your thoughts on this situation?
Well, it's crunch time. This is when the pay window's open. What we're going to see tonight is what we've been waiting for all year. Three drivers, one spot essentially, and it's going to take a lot of determination to be that one driver. It's going to be a good race.
Without a doubt, and yet Brody did mention that they're starting qualifying, and yet a little bit of history since you're known for bringing up so much history. Here's a little history lesson. On this very race a season ago, Heredia God, who came in, made his very first race in this league, and as a non-playoff driver, as just a fresh rookie, made a huge name for himself, got himself a win at Phoenix. And the question is, can he do that again? That's what we're about to find out tonight. Oh man, and this is something I love about these situations is that you never know what to expect, especially after what we saw in the Xfinity series. So yet, from Daltor, from a driver's point of view, is how much do these drivers want to be able to get a chance to go on to the Final Four Thursday night at Chicagoland?
No, this is what they've been running for all year. You don't run here to or come here, or even join this league to run second. So you want to be the best. You got to beat the best. It's been said a couple times. I'll say it again. It's this is paramount. So this is the plateau. Everybody wants to be here. Everybody wants the bragging rights. So you got to put it all on the line and hope to God that it comes out in your favor.
I definitely do agree. I definitely do agree. And yet, this is what I thought about the championship four from last season, because last season we had three Chevys and only one Toyota. This season, what potentially could be is now two Fords and two Chevys. This is something that we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on for sure tonight, because coming out of the Fords, the Heredia God and Nobes, and we already know Always Sugar is moving on to the championship four, but the question is who's joining them? Could it be Brody driving in for the Ganassi, or could it be one of Joker's teammates and Jack or Riley? That's something that we definitely need to see.
Yeah, I think just going off of what happened here earlier in the season, Riley won that race. So if there is somebody to pick, it's somebody who came here already this season, showed up and won. Not only did he show up and win, but he also had the pole. So he was pretty quick earlier in the year. This is a shorter track, and even though it's not like Martinsville or Bristol,
Yeah.
this is somewhere where you're going to need to use a little bit more of the mechanical side instead of relying on the throttle. So if there is somebody out of those three that has an upper hand, I would put it to Riley to have that upper hand.
Yeah, and real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and just read you guys' comments. Big Jim says pulling for Heredia tonight, short track extraordinaire, and then Longbar says Penske winning, and so that's something that we definitely need definitely needed to see. Obviously, we know how good the Heredia God is, especially when it comes to outside of the road courses. Short track racing is in his favor. But yet, can he do that against the field that we have in store for you guys tonight? Because, yes, we do have a short field, but yet, make no mistake about it, that this field is going to bring everyone a run for their money. So, yet, I'm going to head and announce who's currently in the field at the moment. The Heredia God, obviously, Nobes as well, Jason Cole, Mike G, Fireslayer, who will be running for the final time in Ganassi, Third Sad Sack, Drunk Fest, Brody, Riley, and Always Joker. That is who's currently in the field tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So yet, and it says that Joker just said, me and Heredia will be starting in the back of the race. By the way, just a heads up. Wow. I I think that's alright. I appreciate that, Joker. Dalator, after what we just heard from the situation, you think that they're just going to let the three drivers battling for a chance to move on to the championship four, just battling out for themselves, or
Well, I mean, Joker's got two teammates to help out, and Brody is he's the lone wolf here. You've got two SHR cars, three Hendrick cars, and then a Ganassi car. So even though Brody has a Chevy, I'm not sure if the manufacturer thing is really going to play into effect here. So if I'm Joker and if I'm Heredia, you pretty much are already locked in. I I just kind of use this as attendance really. Um, I wouldn't get in there anybody's way, but I also wouldn't move over for anyone. You're out here to collect wins, and Joker has been one of those guys that has done a lot of that. Heredia has been the one who's tailed him the most in wins. So, um, yeah, as far as Heredia, Joker, and Nobes go,
yeah,
I mean, you got to run your race, but you also got to be cognizant of the battle that's going on, the race that's within the race.
yeah, I definitely do agree. Real quick before we get to the green flag, I gotta know, man, who do you see winning this race? But most of all, who do you have as your final four? All right,
So
we can go
it's
ahead and
gonna
join. We can go ahead and join. All right, go ahead.
this is where it gets interesting because my final four is pretty much already going to be set up. I think it's going to be Heredia, Joker, Nobes, and like I said earlier, Riley won this race in the spring. So if there is somebody that is going to have the best shot, I'd put it that Riley is the one. Um,
Yeah.
Brody does show up in pressure situations. Captain Jack is also very good at shorter tracks too. So I think Jack finished third or fourth in the spring race. So he's got a little bit of you know understanding of what it's going to take. So let's see how this plays out.
Drunkfest has got the pole. I kept wondering why they kept tagging Drunkfest, but yeah, he's going to be starting up front, along with the 24 right behind him, 48's in there. Green flags in the air, by the way, at Defend Shield 500.
And right off the get go, you got two of the three drivers battling for that spot right there.
And right now, the one person that's ahead of the other as far as the points, it is the 42 of Brody. But meanwhile, you got also, as you mentioned, here comes the new leader in the 48 of Riley. Oh, and he clips the wall just a little bit, but yet he holds on to that. Oh, they're hitting the wall just a little bit. Now, as we mentioned, even though Nobes and Joker are going to be competing Thursday night at Chicagoland, you also got to think about it though. They're just going to just let these drivers battle it out. They have nothing to lose. They just need to focus on Thursday. They're just here so that way that we actually have some drivers. And like I said before in the Xfinity Series, to everyone who is a non-playoff driver, thank you for always racing with us. We definitely appreciate you guys so much. So thank you to all of our drivers, to the trucks, to the Cup, and to the Xfinity. We thank you all.
Yeah, of course. We always want to see more people, fill the field out. So this late in the year, we have 12 people here. Really, only 6 of them have something to race for. The other 6 that are in the field tonight are here for bragging rights and, confidence. Maybe even some of them are looking for a ride for next year. So, don't know how many of them are still unconfirmed for their rides in next year. Maybe I think the 24 is, and a few others. But, this is a good job interview, really.
Oh, without a doubt, because coming up in the new season, you will see some brand new faces from the Xfinity Series. I do know that Masos will be in the Penske 22, I believe, either the 22 or the 2. Correct if I'm wrong, but yet you will see Masos up there as we're seeing regarding the Ford. Here comes the Hurdy God. This is the battle between these three drivers, the 24, the 42, and the 10. And it looks like the Hendrick 24 is in a run for his money, trying to be able to hold second while he's battling with the 42 and the 10.
Yeah, it looks like so. Brody looks like he's trying to use that wider arc off, getting a straighter run. It's not going to work there as Wang's going to pass him for second. It's helping out his teammate who's leading this race. And then,
Oh,
oh,
contact being
Heredia.
made.
I don't know if Heredia just sent it in there, not realizing where the breaking point of the 24 was, but so much for the 10 and the 88 staying around in the back and kind of just playing it easy.
Yeah, I agree. And speaking of yeah, you're right. There's the 88 of Joker.
Ooh,
Didn't take long to see our championship, some of our championship 8 up here. You're seeing Riley, you're seeing Jack, you're seeing Heredia, Brody, Joker.
yeah. So right now, as I kind of predicted, I think Riley's running away with it. It'd be interesting to see what these guys do as far as pit stops once that time comes. See how they can adjust this in. But yeah, that 48 car's got a pretty sizable gap already to start this thing.
That's looking really incredible at the moment. As we're seeing now that the Heredia God finally.
Oh,
Oh, Brody got loose.
I think he made contact with the 10, maybe caught the 10's rear quarter panel, and then yeah, that almost ended up being a caution there, I would think.
That was very close to a caution. But yet the crazy thing is that at least with the Cup Series and lap 1, we didn't immediately have a caution like we saw in the Xfinity Series, which was really crazy at the moment. But yet, I'm pretty sure you won't. The only time you see cautions is the stage cautions.
No, that's a good bet. I don't think that we're gonna just see a caution for the stages or anything. Oh wait, that's Captain Jack in the 24, not Wang. I'm sorry. My apologies.
You're good. Captain Jack's definitely who came back with the run that he's been having.
Ooh.
Here comes Brody.
Yep. He changed car numbers on me. Wasn't expecting him to be in the 24. I thought he was going to be in the 9.
I didn't expect him to be in the 24 either. I figured, but then again, after Crab took over the 9, I guess Jack had to go to the 24.
Well, when Jack came back, Jack took the 9.
Yeah.
Because remember, Crab,
Yep.
yeah, Crab lost that ride. So, Wang had the 24. I'm not sure, I mean, whatever. Nobody seems to have an issue with it. So,
No.
uh, just kind of continuity. I thought that was Wang for a minute.
Yeah, all good, buddy. But yet, let's go ahead and get back up to the front with Obi, who's holding his lead now. But yet, if I was him, I wouldn't be able to look to that rearview mirror because he's got the 10 on his way.
Yeah, but again, the 10, that's not the guy who he needs to run against. Who he needs to really run this race against is the 42. And that
Yep.
gap that he's got right now, that's 4 points. 10, 9, 8, 7. Actually, that's 3 points. So as long as he's able to stay in front of the 42 and stay 2 or 3 positions in front of the 42 here and in the next stage, then it just comes down to finishing position in stage 3 if he doesn't win the race.
Yeah, considering that after what we saw, it was all about seeing, as we mentioned, if you win, you're in. That's pretty much what this playoff format is pretty much all about, besides the points. So yeah, I think for Riley's situation, he wants to win it, so way he can go back to Chicagoland and defend his championship because this is something. This Chicagoland means a lot to everyone, to every single driver that you see on here on Wednesdays. It doesn't matter. It means a lot to every single one of these drivers. So to go to Chicagoland to be able to race for a championship definitely means a lot to everyone.
Yeah, as you see the 10 here making the pass on the 48. 48 is going to try to cut the dog leg off here to get it back. Um, yeah, it doesn't matter where the championship race is held. We saw it in the Cup Series 2 years ago, from 2000 to 2019. That was Homestead. Before that it was Atlanta for the longest time. Now it's Phoenix. So no matter where it is, you always got that championship race circled on your calendar. You always want to do your best in the championship race. So yeah, it's going to mean a lot for these guys to go to Chicago and battle for a championship. But before you do that, you have to get to the championship. That's what
Oh,
we're trying to see who can do here. It's the 48 and the 42. Looks like the gap is closing in. I don't know if Riley's burned his stuff up.
yeah, the 10 hit the wall right there, so yes, he was luckily to hold on to it. So now, Heredia that's got a mirror full of Chevys right behind him.
He's going to get good drive off here on the top side of turn 2. I always do that. I'm going to call turn 2 turn 4, and I'm going to call turn 4 turn 2.
Yeah, Big Jim said at Phoenix, tires are an issue in stages. That is true. That is very, very true.
They absolutely are. You can see how much you're wearing those tires out. Flatter surface like this, you're always going to chew them up.
I definitely do agree. Um, hey, I want to see. If Jim's in the comment, if he wants to join in, he's more than welcome to. If he's watching, if
Yeah, I think Joker's about ready to pit. Yep, I think Joker
yeah,
came down to pit road.
yeah,
So
jerkers, but
look at this. 42 got a good run off of the corner there. Going to go to the inside, looking in the 48. I don't think he's going to get there, but he might be able to get there with the dog leg. Now he decides to take it a little bit higher, get a better entry for turn 1 here.
and yet looks like the
Oh,
Heredia
he's coming
guys
to pit
coming to
road.
pit. Yeah, looks like everyone's coming to pit road right behind them. Oh, and ooh, I don't know if Heredia sped, but he's got to be careful there. And the only person that's staying out is the 24. Can he pit?
Well, he needs to make up points. So a lap led adds 2 points. The 48 already has 2 points in his bank. The 42 has not led a lap yet, so that gap is already down to 2 points between the 48 and the 42. Let's just see if they sped on pit road here.
Yeah, Jim told me that the 24 already came down, so thank you for that.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah. He said, but he believes, but I expect to say now you see the 17 coming down the pit road. Um, now, quick lesson about this racetrack. See,
Oh,
oh man, the start finish line up in what looks to be what 1 and 2. Um, do you know exactly why they had to change this racetrack as it did before back when right where Jack's at would be the start finish line?
they just did it for the hell of it. They wanted more excitement. Um, I think they kind of took a page out of other tracks doing it. Like Darlington did it in between 95 and 96, or if it was 96 and 97. And then Talladega having the start finish line further down in the tri-oval. Richmond has the start finish line a little bit coming off of 4 before turn, way before turn 1. It just, it's a location thing. So, it makes you drive the track a little bit differently, I think. But yeah, I think there was also a little bit of conversation as to what would be the best way to see an entire shot of the track, because you have grandstands just on a front straightaway on a straight part of the track. You lose a little bit of the track in the turns. I think because these are all in the turns, I think you get a better panoramic of the track itself.
Yeah, very well said. Very well said. But yeah, we'll figure it out here because considering that we're still in stage 1, ladies and gentlemen. This is our final race before we go to Chicagoland Thursday night, and yet we have our Truck Series for the Championship 4 for the Truck Series set. We just now got the Championship 4 for the Xfinity Series set, and now the one last series we're waiting on is this series, the Cup Series. We're waiting to see who's going to go to the Championship 4 at Chicagoland. We know that Nobes and Joker and now the Heredity God's going, but who's going to join him? Oh, Jack hits the wall right there with the 22 is going to join in. Could it be Brody? Could it be Riley? Or could it be that man, I'm Captain Jack, who we believe is currently leading the field after what we saw in Joker, Riley, and Brody going to the pits?
So the 10 is leading right now, and then the 42 is second. 48 is third, and then the 48 is fourth. So right now, the 42 and the 48 are even on points. The 24, not exactly sure where he is, because I'm showing I think he's in 6th. Now he's in 7th. So Captain Jack's got his work cut out for him here. But yeah, the battle right now, at least for stage 1, is going to be between the 42 and 48.
Oh, I definitely couldn't agree with you more there. It's definitely going to get heated once when the race goes on. And you definitely think through Heredia's mind, he wants to win back-to-back Phoenix races for someone who made his debut last season, and yet for him to get a chance to come back at the same race in the playoffs, and this time moving on to the championship 4.
Well, you got to think too that Heredia doesn't need to really win this race because he's just about good on points by even starting it. But this would be a statement for the other 3 drivers. Yeah, look, I didn't even need to really run at Phoenix. Still showed up. Still kicked your tails. You think next week's going to be any different? Don't think so.
Nope. And yet, throughout the whole race, throughout the entire Cup season, which, by the way, if you guys want to check out all of our races here on YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. But back to my point, what we've always talked about is how incredible the Heredity God is. I mean, aside from him from being as young as he is incredibly smart when it comes to knowing these setups, and with the speed that he is running is incredible.
Yeah, well, some guys are just natural drivers, got that natural talent. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it be GTA racing for him, any other racing game. He really shows that he's able to shine no matter what the series is and what the platform he's running on.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, but we also have a slow car off the end of 3. That starts that sack. We don't know what's happening to him. He is slowing down pretty bad at the moment.
I think he may be out of gas. I think he might have missed pit road.
He got back up going, but he was. I don't know what happened, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and get back up into the leaders. As Brody mentioned, or sorry, not Brody, but as Dalator mentioned, sorry about that.
Oh, good.
Brody is in second place, so yet the only thing you can hope for, but as I say that now, he wants the 17 to give that 10 a run for his money, but yet the 17 is going to get out of the way.
Yeah, 17 is going to get out of the way, but more importantly, back for third, Joker let the 48 go. So that's 1 point swing towards the 48 in his pocket. So right now it's 1 point for Riley over Brody.
And just think about how close it is going into the championship four by 1 point. Just imagine that in this case scenario.
Absolutely. Well, we're on the last lap here, so this is going to... Brody needs to get there. I don't think he's going to be able to do it off of 4 here.
And yet, it looks like our stage 1 winner is going to be the 10 of the Heredia God, with Brody in second, O'Reilly in third, Joker in fourth.
So as we mentioned, Riley led a few laps, and then he finished a spot behind Brody. So that right there, because Brody didn't lead, that is a 1 point differential in favor of Riley right now. So 9, 8, yep, I think that math works out. So
And,
yeah, I could be wrong. I'm honestly terrible at math. So
yeah. Also, and the Heredia God said, "Wow, 5%." I guess it meant that he barely made it by 5%. I guess, or
yeah, it probably had 5% tire left, because I know that they were wearing out again there too.
and yet, besides Atlanta, you can pretty much say Phoenix is definitely one of those tracks that wear these tires so easily. Alrighty. About to come up to the green flag with the Heredia God back, still on the lead. Green flag back in the air to finish Shield 500. Brody up in second, and from what we've seen throughout this whole entire season, we've seen the battle between the 10 and the 42. Here comes the 88.
Oh yeah, what happened to the 48?
Oh, I don't. He is losing a lot of position. Something's going on with the 48. He's pretty much in last right now.
I'm trying to figure it out.
And yet, 3-car battle for the lead. Here comes Brody. Brody's going to take the lead away. 3 wide.
Oh man. Oh, that's not going to work. He's not going to get it on the top, is he?
No. Joker's going to take it, though.
Oh, yep, Joker's going to get the run off there.
Yep. That was beautiful. Beautiful move by Joker right there.
I think what the 48 is doing is trying to conserve, because I think right now, with as many laps as they have on their tanks of fuel, plus how many laps there are in this stage, I think what's going to happen is that the 48 is going to try to conserve a little bit of tire and stretch it, maybe run a one-stop strategy instead of a 2. He might lose a little bit in the beginning, but this might end up being something that works in his favor later.
It's about to be another 3-wide battle, but yet the Heredia God just follows right in. But here comes JoJo in the 2. JoJo, who wants to celebrate after his driver is now going to the Final Four, and Modal up there battling for the lead here.
Yeah, Brody's got the inside here on Joker. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hold it here, but he's going to have the preferred line going into turn 3.
See how it goes here. So far, Brody's holding.
Oh, he drove it. Joker's going to get a run, though. He's not going to get a lap right there.
This has definitely been a really great battle between the 4. Oh, contact to be made for the 42 and the 10.
Yeah, it looks like the 42 struggling with bite off.
Already making the pass for second, but yet Brody's still in third. Oh, look like Joker hit the wall right there, but I don't know if he lagged, but
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It didn't look. Oh wait, Joker.
Joker's something happened
Okay,
well then. This interesting. Something happened to Joker right here. We don't know for
yep.
sure. And look how
Opens the door for Brody.
and look how far the 48 and the 24 are compared to where Brody is in the situation.
All right, that 42 is going to get a run up top there. Let's see if he's going to be able to hold it.
And yet you got to think, even though Brody was with us in the up in the Xfinity Series race, up in the broadcast booth, you got to be thinking that he was writing some notes down to know very well about this racetrack because he knows how good that top line could be, especially with how much you can be able to run up there.
Yeah, see, the problem is though is that you really have to diamond it to make that top work in 1 and 2. In 3 and 4, I think where you want to be is where uh, Heredia is. You can get a really good run off, but you're going to give up a bit on entry and middle. Uh, but you know, in some cases, if you're side by side with somebody, that might really work. But as you can see here, the 42 makes up his time on the bottom of the track.
We'll definitely see a lot of different strategies, some different lines that the drivers are doing. But yet is the 42 and the 10. Here comes the 42. He's got a window open of opportunity right here. Could he be able to make a pass on the ready God? And let's go ahead and I'm going to ride along with
Ooh, ooh.
it. Oh boy.
I think he just
Side by
kind of
side.
he showed him that he was there. I don't know if he's going to be able to clear him.
He's going to. Oh, he does clear
He
him.
is.
Very good move by Brody right there.
All right, so there's the lap led for Brody.
And that's going to give him the point that he needs.
All right, so now we're back even on points as far as laps led. So now it only comes down to where they finish in the stages and the final running order.
Wow. And yet, don't forget about the two of JoJo. JoJo is holding on to his position right here. He's the only non-playoff driver besides what we're seeing in the 22 and the 3.
Yeah, but now
And
that Brody got that position, he's not going to drive it as hard. He's going to try to save a little bit here, maybe try to employ the same strategy the 48's on. But yeah, let's give a call out to JoJo here, running right with Heredia and Brody for second, and battling for the lead. Somebody who's not going to be in that car next year, moving down, I believe, to the Xfinity series.
that's correct.
Um, Giving everybody in that series a little bit of what he can bring to the table, bring to the track each week. He's going to be one tough guy to beat in the Xfinity series, that's for sure.
Oh boy, oh, that was very, very close. Brody gone to the back bumper of the 2. And yet, if you're Brody, you just gotta be hoping JoJo, like, you're my friend and all, but yet, please, like, I'm battling for a chance to go to the championship here.
Well, he knows what's on the line, but there is no, rule that you have to move over.
Yeah.
So, that's as much of JoJo's track as it is Brody's. So, what you see here is just good hard racing, and I think Brody understands that too. Trying to find the 48 on track to see what position he's in, because I really think that he's saving a bit. There's a big spread between the top 3, the next couple guys, and then the back of the pack. So I feel like that there's a lot of different strategy going on here. So Brody had to get that lap led just to get himself in a position. So did he find something? And is the 48 saving? That's the question that we're going to have to look out for here.
That's something that we definitely do need to keep an eye on. There's a lot of different scenarios, a lot of different situations. We never know what to expect, especially whenever we go to racetracks like here. So you can only just imagine through Brody's mind is for the 48 and the 24 to stay back there. He said, you know what, let let's make Joker be alone. Let's have, even though the forwards are gonna have two, I mean, why not see who's got the best Chevy between, the Ganassi and the Hendrick.
Mm.
I think that's what Brody wants. Just for not only for him to go just to go to the championship four, obviously like he did last year, but also to be that one representative for the team. To say, hey, you know what? This is my chance. This is gonna be my championship.
Yep, as we see JoJo pitting here, 48 and the 24 are right next to each other on track. Um, you know, back to your point about, who was the best Chevy, who's the best Ford. Um, the two Fords that are going to be in the championship are Stewart Haas Racing Fords. Up in the air whether the Chevy is going to be represented by Hendrick or Ganassi as a second entry into the Final Four. But I can tell you right now, um, you don't have any teammates. If you're going for the championship, you don't have any teammates. You may have a teammate that's running for it, but yeah, he runs for the same banner that you do. You
Yeah.
don't have teammates in that race. So Joker's not going to view the 48 as a teammate. He's going to view the 48 as an adversary. And likewise with the 10 and the 14, all four of them are adversaries. Just because you run under the same manufacturer, same company, they're there for the same thing you are. So there isn't going to be any moving over for either driver, really.
Definitely do agree. Definitely do agree. But yes, going ahead and go through the field right now. You see Joker. Joker's holding on, slowing down. Every time, whenever he slowed down, I always kept thinking, they probably are going to the pits, but they're not. But yet, as you're seeing right there, 48, the 2, and the 24, they're way off pace, but yet they're trying to save as much as they can.
Two took a pit stop, so he's on fresher rubber. So as I said here, I think that the 48 and the 24 are on a one-stop strategy instead of a two-stop strategy. That two is about a lap behind them at this juncture. So once the 48 and the 24 pit, it'll be interesting to see where it cycles out because you can clearly see here that there is uh, two different plans of attack to this stage.
Very well said. Very well said. You can just imagine what can probably go through his mind. Is see what you can do. Oh, Heredity God looks like he's going to go to the pits. About to scuff the inside wall. So very interesting pit road pit road entry right there from Heredity God. Now in this case, you can only just imagine when is Brody going to go to the pits as he just now passed the Heredity God. So yeah, it should be able to, even though you mentioned it, he's got the point. But the question is, how much points can he be able to get at the end of the stage?
Right, and a split strategy really shakes things up. Uh, you're going to finish the stage in the middle of a pitting cycle based off of what each driver is going to do. Now, I'm not sure how much tire that Brody has left. Can't imagine it's too much on the rear or the front on those right sides. Um, the 48 and the 24, they've been laying back. I'm sure that they're saving a little bit of rubber, maybe a couple laps. But it really comes down to tires here more than it does fuel. So that's why they're trying to run this as far as they can and, see if one stop works for them.
Yes, definitely for sure. And by the way, real quick, if you guys have not got a chance to follow our Instagram page, make sure you guys do that. Not only that, but even if you are a fan or if you're not watching it, make sure you guys follow us at Hennessy Performance League on Instagram. If you're watching the race, please feel free to tag us and definitely show us some love. We definitely can't wait for the championship races that are happening at the start for Wednesday. And at Alator, I know that you and alongside many drivers that are going to be bound for a championship are going to be ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've feel very good about my chances on Wednesday. I almost forgot what day of the week it was. Work can do that to you, but yeah, feel really good about my chances on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Know that I'm going to have a pretty hefty competition, but I'm not afraid of anybody going into that. But less about me, more about this race. It looks
Yeah,
like
very
Brody
true.
was able to get to pit road. That leaves the 48 and the 24 still on track, as the 14 is also in. So the 48 and the 24 are definitely running this as far as they can. Um, there's about, I would say, 27 laps according to Nope Stream that you can go on fuel, but tires aren't going to last that long. Nope's
No.
pit with 4% on his right rear, so I'm really surprised that the 48 and the 24 have been able to take it this far, as they're coming in right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, so yeah, the two men as you mentioned, the 24 of I'm Captain Jack and the 48 of Riley, they're now coming to the pits, and that none of us did not expect for them to stay out for as long as they did. That's very surprising. That should give the Heredia God back the lead, I believe, but then again, I could be wrong.
Yeah, the 10 automatically just. I think he passed the 48 before, obviously before the 48 got to this pit box, but
Here comes the 88 right in just the 10 sights, so yet um, two men who have been incredible throughout this whole season, the Heredia God and the 88 of Always Joker, definitely ain't afraid to show off more performance and obviously more dominant performance as they've done throughout this whole season.
I believe Joker may have gotten a penalty because he's not showing up on the ticker. He's not showing on the right behind the 10. He's showing up ninth on the track.
That is very, very insane. So,
So
it's, I mean, it's rare to see Joker make a mistake like that. So, if that is the case, definitely surprised for sure.
yeah, this is a very long second stage. So uh, drivers in the catbird seat, um, those who are going to be able to maintain speed and save their right sides. Um, who thought Phoenix was going to be the track where the tires are going to come into play for pit strategy over fuel?
That that's always been a really big, interesting fact is who's got who's got the big strategy. We'll find out later on. So yet, whew, strategy has always been the big key when it comes to this awesome racetrack as it is. A lot of things that we've definitely been looking forward to, huh?
Definitely, yeah. This is showing that some of the technicalities of, or excuse me, the technical side of each driver's ability. So, um, not only is it, where's my breaking points, but there's a lot more to the mental game when you take a track like this and put it as a cutoff race.
Very well said, very said. But yet, in this situation right now, it is the Heredia God who is currently in the lead. No surprise there. And yet, right behind him, I believe, is Joker and Drunkfest. Drunkfest, we got a chance to qualify first. You know, he's been having a really, really good season. And so, yeah, definitely want to send a shout out to Drunkfest there.
Absolutely, didn't advance this far. He definitely wanted to, but for somebody to come in from the Truck Series, run up against these guys here, he showed that he's good week in and week out.
Just imagine how awesome it's going to be coming the next season, where we see so many different the Cup Series with brand new faces, the Xfinity Series with brand new faces, and the Truck Series with some brand new faces. We do know that two Cup drivers will be going to the Truck Series for next season. That is definitely going to be intriguing and looking really, really forward to that.
Absolutely. Want to really update our strategy play here. Looks like the 48 and the 24 are both a lap down right now. So Heredia is entering turn 1. I'm going to You should have a money jar. How many times I mess up these turns? Um, yeah. So he's now coming off of what used to be turn 4, into turn 1, and Riley is now about to enter turn 3. So, if this is going to work out in his favor, he's going to need to not only get back on the lead lap, but run it a little bit harder. I think where he pit, he should be safe. Don't know about the others, but you know that would really hurt his chances to move on if he's stuck a lap down.
Very well said. Very well said. Looks like somebody's currently in pit road. Looks like the two of JoJo. Oh, the 38 is in the outside wall. Made some damage. That is third sad sack.
Now, if that brings out a caution, then the 48's not in the free pass position. That would be the 88 right now.
And speaking of which, as you mentioned, there they are. That is the 48, the 88, and the 24. And then also they're battling with the 14.
I think that's a 41. Yeah, that's drunk.
41, yeah, sorry about that.
Yep, JoJo lets the 48 go, I think, or JoJo, excuse me, Joker lets the 48 go. 48's also got fresher tires, so I'm not sure if Joker was trying to pit.
That is very, very true right now. Riley's trying to do everything he can just to be able to make sure that he has the free pass and get a chance to be the lucky dog. Definitely going to keep an eye on this situation.
Trying to find the 10 on track. I don't think he's pit yet. Yep, the 10 is not pit just as of yet. See if he is this lap here. But there's about 13 to go in the stage. 48 is now in the free pass position with those drivers around him pitting. But this is where it really comes into play. Is he going to be able to stretch it out on the tires? 24 is right with him, so if there is somebody who's going to be able to make it with him on the strategy, it'd be him. They were the two that stayed out the longest. So, his playoff chances here really hinge on if he's able to get back on the lead lap and to stretch this out further than everybody else. He might be able to steal a stage win, which that would definitely help him in his fight against Brody and Captain Jack.
I definitely do agree, but yet the one person that is ahead of the three that you just mentioned, it is that man right there, Brody. No matter what position he is currently still ahead of the three, and if the race were to end right now, it would be Brody that moves on to the final four.
.48 just took it really low entering turn 1 and 2, or exiting turn 2. I thought he might have come to pit road. I didn't know if he had some sort of issue or what, but looks like he's still going pretty good here. Coming off, I think, it's turn 4, entering turn 1 now, but this is intense. But the differing strategies really add a lot of fuel to this fire.
Definitely is for sure, and we're seeing it right now.
The 10 is still out on track too, so he might be able to make this last. If he does, not good news for the 48.
He's still out there. I mean, he looks like he's currently. What happened?
40. I think it might have been the game net coding. The 48 just hit the inside wall entering turn 3. So I don't know if that did any damage to him. I don't see any.
No, I don't see any either.
Yeah, so it just might have been game code. But being on board with the 48, that didn't look good.
And yet they have someone who did hit the outside wall here, and that is the 38 of I believe I said it was Overbeat.
Sad sack.
Sad sack, yeah. Thank you for correcting me there.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the only thing that 48 can do is just hold on, just hope that the 10 goes to pit road,
10 is on pit road now, actually.
and yet that is good for his situation. That should be good for both the 48 and the 88 and the 24. That should pass him right now.
Yeah, they're also going to need the
Oh,
22 to come to pit road.
never mind, never mind. I shouldn't have said that because here comes the 48, the 24. The 10's gonna stay right in front of them.
That is for position now.
And yet the 10 just came out of the pit road. So yeah, you best believe he either must have took 2 tires or he just stopped in there and got fuel.
I definitely think that's for position. I'll have to check that. But if the 10 did come out and try to trap the 48 and the 24 back, ooh, that's not going to go over well for him
No,
with the
no.
48. You can see the difference what tires does to you here. That 10 is just yarding the 48.
He is gone. He is gone. Only thing you can do is just enjoy it. We should be at the end of the stage here soon, ladies and gentlemen.
I think we have 3 to go. This is probably 2 to go here, yeah. So this is 2 to go
Yeah.
in the stage. Well, we'll find out soon who has it. And I know Brody right now is shown as the leader. So another implication towards the 48. That's a detriment to him right now.
That is for sure.
Yeah, 42 is not going to pit. 42 is going to try to hold it and try to keep the 48 a lap down. If he's able to come off of this turn here without cutting the tire down, he just one-upped the 48 and the 24.
Oh, he definitely did. Definitely have to ride alongside of Brody. They should be at the white flag at the end of the stage.
Yeah, this is the last lap in stage.
And somehow Brody survives.
He will survive, and it looks like I'm going to wait until I see the tracker here pop up for the stage results. The 3 just spun around.
Oh,
Oh, I think the 3 just blew a tire, giving the second place to Nobes. Oh, did the 48 get the 3? He didn't.
no, he didn't. No. Uh, that was just the game right there. Uh-oh.
All right, so Riley finished 5th. Brody won that stage. So Riley's going to have to beat him on the racetrack. The 48 and the 24 are both on the lead lap. So their one pit strategy didn't get them the stage win, but it does give them a chance.
So now what you're saying is it all comes down as to who's going to finish higher between the 48 and the 42.
Well, yes and no. 48 I still think has to win it, because I think that there is enough points between them. If Brody finishes 6th or higher, I think Brody's in. If the 48 wins, though, he's the one who's in.
We'll see.
But
As
I think that there's gonna. I don't see Brody falling all the way off a cliff here. 48 is going to need to have the 42 have an issue.
we'll see. We'll see. Oh
Oh,
boy.
oh, okay.
24 is trying to get the 14 out of the way. He's currently in a really bad situation for the 24.
Yeah, but here's where it gets to no holds barred. 62 laps was the amount after we're in stage 3,
Yeah.
62 laps is the amount in stage 3. You can go 26 to 27 on a tank, probably about 24 or so if you're pushing your tires. So the question becomes, obviously, A, don't speed on pit road. Can you make sure that your pit entry is solid? And B, are you willing to take 2 tires, give up a little bit at the end to get track position and have a little bit of a gap between you and your opponent? And I think that that's what the 48 is going to have to do. He's going to have to employ some strategy here.
He he's right there on the back of the 10th bumper. It's letting Herrera know, like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, but see, that doesn't do him any good now. It shows that he's strong, but what he needs to do is make sure that he's right there at the end of the race. So you can't win a race on lap 1, you can't win a race on lap 1 of stage 3. So if the 48 is going to want a shot, he's going to have to make sure that he keeps himself in a position right with that 10 for the last few laps of this race.
That's indeed what should happen. And yeah, there's like I said before, the Ready God. He's after him starting, he's already going to the championship 4 as official, but yet he just wants to be able to get himself a win and make it. And as as you said it, make a statement. That's exactly what the 14 and the 88 wants to do, is to make a statement and say, hey, you guys need to take me seriously before Thursday. 48 gets a really good run, but yeah, here comes the 42 with the high side. I'm really surprised how good Brody is riding as high as he is.
Well, right now he's probably just searching. He knows that he's got a point buffer that he can fall back on. So anything right now, within this group of 5 right here, he could fall back to 5th and still be safe. He's just searching to see if he can find something that's a little bit quicker right now, because he knows that he's going to be the one to put the pressure on the 48.
Definitely agree. So far, the top 5 is Ready God, Riley. The battle for third between the 42, the 88, and the 2 of JoJo.
Let's see, that 42 got a good run up high through 3 and 4. Carried that momentum through the front stretch and the dog leg. Gonna close right back in on that 48 though. 48, I'm not sure if he's falling off now or if he's starting to try to save a little bit of tire. But either way, told you, Brody was searching.
That's true indeed, and yet the 42, he knows that he's got to race that 48 to move on. So yet, these two know each other very, very well. They battled each other last year for the championship, but now, new season, this is their chance for them to go into the championship 4. And the crazy thing is, only one of these two could be able to go. That is something we're keeping an eye on here, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to join the Heredity God, Nose, and Joker between Brody and the 48 of Riley/Ubi?
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Captain Jack is not up with this group here. I think he may be in about 8th or so. As Riley's going to make I think he may have gotten into the wall. 42 is going to go to the inside.
No, the 42, no, for the 42 and the 48. Oh, they battled out side by side along the 88 of Joker. These two have been battling side by side since the last lap, and yet these two are definitely not afraid to show how good these two are. And they're showing showing off their performance at this level as they need to be.
Okay, the 48, I think, yeah, he did. Brody really cut the dog leg and didn't have the best line entering turn 1. He gave up a little bit of his ability to arc it into the corner by going as low as he could to try to take the position from the 48. Here he goes, trying the outside now. Don't know if that's going to work here, but it could set him up for 3 and 4.
That is the case in this situation, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know where. Let's go ahead and try to figure out where the 24 is in the situation. And there he is. He's all by himself. So I'm going into 3 and 4. Good racing between the 42 and the 48. Oh, the 48 hits the wall, but yet could that give Brody a window of opportunity? As he will go into the inside of the 48.
He drove it down there hard. He's going to clear him here, but I don't know if the 48 might cross him over. He's going to look. I think he's there. Yeah, he's there. Brody's going to get a good run on the outside here. Get really good bite up top. Think he'll have the run off. I think they got the wall.
Looked like Riley pinched him up there. And now he's going to try to make the run. And he's going to have his teammate Joker right behind him to try for him to be able to clear that pass.
Yeah, but you see what this is doing here while they're running side by side for second? Heredia is gone.
Yep.
And that's what the 48 can't have happen. The 48 can't be fighting the 42, even though that he's the one that he has to beat on track. But he needs Brody to really have like a penalty or a bad couple pit stops or adjustments or whatever it is to make sure that he's in. But if the 48 wants to seal his own fate, he needs to catch that 10, and that 10 is checking out.
Yep. And let's go ahead and fall in line with the 10. You mentioned it. He is gone. He is in a different zip code.
Yeah, so really, Brody running the 48 as hard as he did helped himself, even though the 48 got around him. Used up the 48's tires. 48 probably isn't going to catch the 10 on this cycle. Yeah, that's, gamesmanship here.
Yeah, if you're one of these two, you gotta be thinking to yourself, I mean, do I need to keep racing this guy, or what's the situation right now as far as points? They gotta keep telling themselves, how much am I good on points?
Well, that's the thing. Ubi got 10 points, or he got 8 points in stage 1. Brody got 9. Ubi had a 2-point bonus for leading a lap. Then Brody got it. So if you're looking at it here, Brody got 9 in stage 1. Ubi got 8 in stage 1. Brody got 10 in stage 2, so he's got a total of 19. And then Ubi finished 5th, so he got 6. So there's 14 versus 19. So that's a 5-point difference in Brody's favor, which means that there's 9 points and 9 positions that Ubi needs to make up. And with a field of 12, Brody's essentially going to have to lag out for Ubi to make it if Ubi doesn't win.
Oh, looks like Brody hit the wall right there on the outside. And he's going to lose a spot to Joker. Oh, man. This is what I love about this championship format. Is these situations get more tense and tense, stage by stage. And yet, from what Dallatore has now mentioned, Ubi's going to have to win this race for him to be able to move on.
Somebody else, I think the 10 and the 2 are both on pit road right here. So this trio is the lead trio.
Yeah, you see Heredia, and yet, where's the 48 at? There he is. 42's going to pit road.
I think the 40. Ooh, they all are. Oh boy.
Oh, that was close. They're good. This should be good. That was really, really close. Oh boy.
Gotta watch out for penalties here. See if anybody got any.
Yep.
I don't think they did. We know these guys. Not all of them none of these guys are susceptible to getting pit road penalties. They always make sure that they're in within a good amount. So uh, we'll see where they cycle out as all three of them hit their box.
Yeah, Joker just commented, it's so hard not to try to pass through two. So tempted to move someone. That is the words of Joker right now. And they do not, all three of them do not got a penalty. That is very, very impressive.
All right, let's take a look at where they're going to come out. Obviously, the 10 I think is gonna get going. There's a 2. The 2 came in a lap of 4, so the 10. Where is he?
He is currently up at. He's currently
Yeah,
in
he's
3-4.
Yep, he's coming to the line now. So he's got about 3 or 4 seconds on that group. So, Riley, if you're gonna have any chance to do anything, you're gonna have to show it here.
That is very, very true. Oh, 14 got loose a little bit, but he luckily stayed out of the way.
He's leading right now. He hasn't pit yet, but he's them tires aren't gonna last too much longer for him. I think he
No.
needs to come in this lap.
And yet, after those comments Joker made, what is he going to do? Could he be able to be a difference maker in this race?
He can try to be a difference maker in this race. I don't think that he'll be the difference maker he thinks he can be. I don't think Joker would move Brody just to ensure that the 48 makes it to the championship, a la Ryan Newman walling Kyle Larson in 2014, which is still a very sensitive topic to me. But, by my math, and I said that I'm terrible at it, so take it for a grain of salt, but my estimation right now is that Brody has 5 more stage points than Ubi, and he had 4 points on him as an advantage entering, so that's 9 points right now, 9 positions. Both of them have led a lap, so we can negate that.
Yep. And yet, let me tell you, but
I was going to say for the 48 to get in on points, he's going to need Brody to finish 11th, and with as many times as I've seen the 38 getting lapped, really there's only one person outside of that or one position that Brody can finish, for Riley to make it on points.
yeah, yeah. And yet, Brody's never had any lag issues. I mean, he's still staying. He's still battling with the 48. And for you guys, for those who are just now joining us, it has been the battle between the 24, the 42, and the 48. The battle's now moved up between the 42 and the 48. And yet, for the 48 to be able to get a chance to move on, he's going to have to win this race. He's going to have to win this race. Brody, for him to stay in the position he is, and yet, as Doctor mentioned, 9 points difference between these two. 9-point difference.
Yeah, and coming off of pit road right now is that 14. 14 is shown in 9th, and he's a lap down right now. So, if Joker's going to be a teammate and try to put the 42 in the wall, he's going to need to make sure that he pretty much bogers him.
Oh,
I don't see that happening.
Sorry to interrupt you, but the 42 does hit the wall, but here comes the 88 of Joker on the inside. Oh, boys.
Joker's not going to give him too much room, but he didn't put him to the wall. But yeah, that's a benefit to the 48, but he's going to need a lot more help than that.
Oh boy, this situation is going to get really, really dicey now. Even though the 42 is right behind the 88, one thing that's going through this man's mind right here is, where is that 10 car? And yeah, you best believe he's in a different zip code compared to these other drivers.
Yeah, we've seen it here. That 10 car is gonna be tough to beat. It's gonna need it unless there's a caution. Uh, he's gonna need to have a penalty for the 48 to have a shot at this rate.
And something that we have not seen besides the stage cautions is an actual caution. We have not seen that. Oh, Brody
Ooh.
gives the 88 a bump on the outside.
That was a clean move. Good bump and run to get that position. He didn't put Joker into the wall, but made it so that the 88 couldn't grip uh, in the middle of the turn. Good move.
Here comes the 88. Can the 88 retaliate? And it looks like he will not. And yet, after one stop, they should be able to get a chance to go to a second stop for what we saw in stage 2.
Yeah, that gap right now looks like about 5 seconds between the 10 and the 48. That 10 has checked out. He's on his own right now.
Yep, he is all by his lonesome. And the Ready God is just enjoying it. He's got one hand on a Pepsi, one hand on a honey bun. He said that, you know, I'm just going to enjoy this.
How many hands does he have on the controller?
It doesn't matter as long as he's in the lead. That's all that really matters.
Yeah, it does, because that 48, something happens to that 10.
That's true.
But that 42, he's not letting that 48 get away. He's making him sweat this.
That 48, the pressure you gotta be thinking through his mind. He's gotta be feeling that pressure. Here comes the 42. Right alongside Brody's bumper, Brody's hood cam. He's got the run. He's got the run. See if he can be able to try to execute it.
Yeah, he's got the run, but I feel like that there's another situation developing here. So we had said that the 14 was a lap down as that he was getting passed by these guys here because he was the leader. He, I believe, has enough fuel to go the distance. These guys did not stop the same lap as the 14. I think the 14 stayed out about 3 laps extra, maybe 2 or 3 laps extra, which is going to give him just that ability to really stretch it. He's going to have to make up a lap or so. But if he doesn't pit, he might snag another one.
Definitely do agree. Here comes the 42 going to the inside line. Could he have that window of opportunity as I mentioned? And he will not. JoJo's coming out of the pits. Already is sitting really comfortable.
Looks like Mike G in front of the 48 right now.
Looks like it. Yes, it is. The 22 of Mike G that is right in front of the guys. That's one thing I didn't expect. Lap traffic. That could be a big picture, but knowing how good these guys are, it probably won't be a factor.
Yeah, I don't think so either. There is 4 cars right now on the lead lap. Maybe 5. And I think the 10 is catching the 41. So this really comes down to who is able to stretch it, who is able to save. That 42 is going to look to the outside of the 48.
Here he comes.
your best defense sometimes is a good offense, and by the 42 putting pressure on that 48, that's that's helping his case out here. It looks like the 88 gave him a shot, but it could also have been 704, our favorite game developer.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. And something I do want to point out: every time whenever we load in, we see the security. They wear NASCAR Heat 3 badges instead of 5. So that
Little
should.
copy and paste Easter egg.
Yep. Yep. You're correct right there, my friend.
Well, we knew that Heat 4 and Heat 5, excuse me, was a copy and paste of Heat 4. Uh, so
So
yeah, are they? I don't. Yep, they're coming to pit road. They're all right. So crunch
oh,
time for their final stops.
we definitely need to keep an eye on these two, see if they sped.
Now remember, this is a really long pit road. You enter it on the backstretch and you don't get off of it until you're after the start finish line. So, uh, looks like Nobes is already past them here before they get to their pit box. Nobes is past Joker, but I don't think he's going to have too much of a gap. The Heredia God is still in front of Nobes. So,
No penalties at all.
yep, no penalties. And here comes Nobes out of 3 and 4. Will he? Yes, he will. But again, Nobes is older tires. This is, this was a, a tryout for him. He's already in. He doesn't need to do too much, so he's probably going to move
No.
down here.
Where is the 10 at? He is
Gone.
currently. Yep. Now that has been the big situation right there between that man, Riley, and Brody. Yet, do we have a lap counter through Nova's stream yet?
Coming up on it here. We'll tell you in a few seconds.
All right.
All right, they're entering turn 3 or turn 2. 9 laps to go. So they're coming at 8 right here.
Yep. As the Ready Gods approach now between. It should be now. Yeah, 8 to go. Ready God, someone who's been incredible throughout this whole season. Going to the championship 4, but yet he wants to prove his dominance on his 1 season ago race that he made. He made his debut, and he won it, but he couldn't be able to get a chance to race for a championship. But yet this time, that was a different season ago. Now here, he gets a chance to move on. That's what he's trying to focus on, ladies and gentlemen. As for this situation between Brody and the 48,
It doesn't look like there's going to be anything happening to the 42 here. So, if there's something that happens to the 10, that's the only way that the 48's able to point his way in. If not, it looks like we have a lock on who our 3 is going to be. Going
looks like our 4 that's
4,
going,
not 3.
our 4 that's going should be at what now, 6 to go for the Heredia God. And yet, the Heredia God, someone who went from being a free agent to immediately being a cup star, having a dominant season, and yet you best believe another win to his column. And this one's
4 to go.
4 to go. This one's going to be the biggest one yet, because obviously he wins it, he's in it.
Well, he was in it anyway. I
Oh
mean, his
yeah.
point differential, he was safe, but this was more of a statement to say that, don't sleep on me here. So, 3 to go, and I don't see Joker playing too much offense. I think he's just going to let it kind of roll out between the 48 and the 42. He is between the two of them, but again, that's not going to matter point wise. 42 is going to need to have a catastrophic failure for the 48 to get his way in.
Coming up at 2 to go now is the Heredia God. And let's get back to the battle between the 42 and the 48.
42 inside the 88 here. Got a good run, but not going to get it there. It looks like the 24 is pulled on a pit road. So a good run for Captain Jack this year, coming back. But here we come, the 1 to go between the 42 and the 48. Who's it going to be?
And yet the Heredia God on the white flag, ladies and gentlemen. He has been having a dominant race throughout this whole evening. And from the final time on the backstretch, going through 3 and 4 to go into the championship 4 is going to be the Heredia God himself. The Heredia God is going to win this race. And as for Brody and Riley, it's going to be Brody's going to the championship 4 to fill in for that final spot.
That was a good race. Riley did everything he could. Fortunately, wasn't enough.
Can we go ahead and get the Heredia God with us?
Let's see if we can get him. I'll invite him now.
Heredia with the big win. And now we can officially say that our championship 4 is going to be Joker, Nobes, Heredia God, and Brody. Whew. Definitely want to get Riley and Brody up in here, that's for sure. There he is. There is the honey bun Pepsi drinking man himself, the Heredia God.
Oh,
Man, what a dominant race this was. A dominant performance by you, man. Take us through what was going through your mind and just knowing how fast of a car you had.
I mean, I did call my shot last week that I was gonna. Well, I called my shot a couple weeks ago. I was looking forward to this track, but man, I don't know. It was my car just felt great all the way through. Just, I think Nobes was on like a strategy that had me thinking. I was like, I need to push hard so Nobes will not get me if he just pitched for like one time, but it didn't work out. So it's just actually my tire almost blew. Like final lap, it almost blew. I was concentrated so hard that I didn't realize my tire was about to blow.
Yeah,
So I had to back it down the last lap.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Something that I told Dalator and I told the viewers that are watching this is that a season ago you made your first start in this league and you won the race. So how does it feel knowing the fact that you got back to back in the playoff races at Phoenix?
It feels good. I mean, I'm in a temp. Moving on to Chicago.
Man, yo, are you feeling any pressure knowing that you're going to be having competition such as your teammate Nobes and knowing the fact that it's now going to be Brody joining you and as well as always Joker?
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll see what will happen in Chicago since I don't really like Chicago. I really hate it. It's the worst mile and a half ever, at least in the game.
We're trying
Is
to get
Delta here?
a Dallas
I
Torres.
am. Yep. I'm trying to grab everybody else here as you guys are communicating.
Yeah, yeah. We're waiting on everyone. Riley, Brody, Brody's are obviously in because considering that he called the Xfinity broadcast, and we're waiting on Joker as well. Man, what a crazy, crazy night this was. Um, do you think you're going to be doing a lot of practicing, knowing the fact that you're going to be racing for a championship?
We'll see. We'll see. If I, oh, you never know. I'll show up to Chicago. They won't know though.
Just waiting on which
Mhm.
Riley's
Cool.
situation.
While we wait for everybody else, Heredia, congratulations first and foremost. What's the one thing that you need to focus on the most in your preparation for Chicago that would give you an upper hand?
Not hate the track. I don't. I mean, if I could just stay up front, was like, and just know where the other championship contenders are at. I'll be fine. I just don't want to get in a pack where I'm stuck behind cars and yeah stuff.
Yeah, and we definitely want to welcome back to the booth, Mister Always Joker himself. Joker, how you doing after that race, buddy?
Good. Did the best I could to try and hold Brody off, and still got another top three finish.
Definitely, definitely. I definitely want to give your thoughts on the situation that you and also as well as your teammates had. What could you do to be able to help Riley out in his situation, knowing that he either had to win it or try to get the most points between him and Brody?
Race Brody really hard, I guess. I tried to do that. I think what really lost Ubi the race was when Brody won stage two, when he pit the same lap as Heredia and somehow saved 6 laps in like 27 laps. But
I was surprised too.
that was the difference there. He beat him in stage one, I believe. He beat him in stage two. It was just that stage three, or there, he beat him in the final results, but the stage two, that's what really hurt Ubi at the end.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Who who else was supposed to be in here? Riley? Is Riley coming?
I think he got offline. He was not happy.
Yeah, I don't think he would have been happy, especially with the way that the past two races have played out. But Joker, since you're here, same question that I asked Reddy, I'll ask you. I'm not really sure if there's a clear-cut favorite between the two of you for the championship. What do you have to do differently than your competition to secure yourself and put yourself in the best position to win it?
Well, I mean, Chicagoland, I learned a lot. I'm not gonna expose everything from the exhibition race. If you were there,
I
you were
want to hear
there. But it'll be an interesting race. Brody, all four, I think, are deserving. Nobes got the win at Auto Club, which is a very tough racetrack to do that with how aggressive the pack racing is. But I think all four will be competitive. But the main thing for me is just try and see how the non-playoff drivers will fare as well. Some of us have teammates, some of us don't. So I think that's the big key there.
Well, since we do have the two of you guys, first of all, on behalf of me and Daltor, I definitely want to say congratulations for you two to be able to make it to this far. Um, Joker, any last comments before your big championship race on Thursday?
Well, it's been a good season. I don't want to. I'm not going to bring up any points about the cup standings. So if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, we'll see how next year goes, or if I retire.
Alrighty. Uh, Heredia God, Mr. Phoenix winner himself. Any final comments before your big race as well, alongside with Joker, Nobes, and Brody for Thursday?
Thank you for commentating, but if Joker is behind me, let's say if that happens, I'll let him win the championship.
Alrighty, but yet now our final four has been set for all three series and the Truck Series Wednesday night, which you will see here on the YouTube channel at 8:30 Eastern. It is Trainert, Dalator, H-Wix, and GU. Those four will be battling for the championship and Truck Series. The Xfinity Series, Masopes, Modoodle, Ghost, and Matt Black. And of course, last but certainly not least, we also had the Cup, Nobes, Joker, Hereditary God, and Brody. That is your final four for all three series. We will begin our series our coverage for the Truck Series Championship this coming Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern. We might get a chance to do an interview before with all four drivers before then. But yet, Dalator, I want to wish you the best of luck. Joker and Hereditary God, I want to wish you guys the best of luck in your championship race as well.
Thank you.
Man, what a championship week this is going to be Wednesday night, and also to end it off with Thursday night's races. From Code Red Dew, Dalator, from every one of all of us here, saying we'll see you Wednesday night at Chicagoland for the Truck Championship right here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you at Chicagoland.